it's me. I'm back. Sorry, I'm at my mom's, and usually when I'm at my mom's, I'm allowed to kick back like an adult, if you get the reference. But for this video, I thought I'd show you guys the commission that I did. It was for a Hellhound, and I've done Hellhounds before. I have many others that are going to be featured in this video. But it got me thinking while I was making this that in Hell of a Boss, we've only actually seen 2 Hellhounds, and that kind of just weirds me out a little bit, because you would think that, like, yeah, they're a lower level than imps, but you would think you would see them more often, considering the fact that in the pilot we saw over Moxie and Millie's apartment that Hellhounds were for sale. So you would think you would see them more, but we don't even see them as background characters like once. We see so many other imps as background characters, but we see no other variety of Hellhounds other than Vortex. And even then, Vortex's color is just a darker version of Luna's, including like the face shape and the ear shape and all of that is still considered, in my opinion, the structure that Luna has is more husky based due to her ear shape and snout. But huskies and wolves do share a lot of DNA, so it could still be wolf DNA. But looking at Luna and then looking at Vortex, they share a lot of similarities, face, ear shape, and all of that. And it got me thinking about how we would see other Hellhounds in the future. Like, honestly, in my opinion, I would love to see more variety in Hellhounds, because so far what we've seen is what I've said before. But, I don't work on the show, so who am I to say? For this overall design, the commissioner asked for a spotted, I think, wolf-husky mix was what it was. I'll pull up the image, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's got a lot of Dalmatian features, aka the spots, and then it's got the lighter eye color, which is also from the husky breed. What are you looking at? My dog's looking at me, sorry. Did I wake you up? I'm sorry. But yeah, like, for Hellhounds, I feel like you can do a lot, and then I feel like you can incorporate other breeds as well, and just play around with color like I've done here. Because the commissioner asked for like a more gothic style, which I feel like most Hellhounds will have that fashion taste, considering, the only 2 we've seen is Luna and Vortex, but even Vortex kind of has like a biker style. So I have a feeling that Hellhound's fashion choices are mostly gothic or biker, or, just sticking to their natural colors of grays, whites, reds, occasional blacks here and there. I haven't seen much black, mostly just dark grays. It's funny that I think about it now, because I have actually created other Hellhound characters before, and I didn't actually stick to Luna and Vortex's style. I kind of went on my own thing. And I made one Hellhound dedicated to my dog who had passed away, and then I decided that I would make more just off of that. The one in the middle is Otis. He's the one that is designed off of my dog, and I gave him more of a blue tone because everything that Otis owned was blue, and that was mostly my doing because I bought him a lot of blue stuff, blue collar, blue ball. Plus, I used to buy like the like dog-friendly hair dye, and I would dye his little white patch on his chest blue, so that's where that comes from. As for ear design, I kind of went on my own. I used samples from Vivzy Pop's old werewolf line. If you guys remember JJ at all, that's where that comes from. Because personally, I don't really like Luna's ear design. I feel like it's kind of boring, I really like Vivzy Pop's distinguished off-color line that she has in all of her ears, or like the heart shapes, I really wish she would incorporate those more, but I get that that isn't in line with the Hell of a Boss aesthetic. So the other one to the right of Otis is actually his real-life sister, Molly, who has also passed away. She was my next-door neighbor's dog, and she was also this like vanilla blondish color dog, and I wanted to incorporate that, so that's why she is that color and not the typical gray, white, black color. But I figure, there should be other colors of Hellhounds. They shouldn't all just stick to one color palette, because I feel like that's very boring and constrictive. Because if you're creating characters or character designs of a species, you should have a little bit of fun of a couple mixed breeds or a couple of like like off colors, because in dogs there you will get like a rarity of color. And I know that hellhounds are not technically dogs, but they are part of the dog family. So it would make more sense for like a few hellhounds to have like a mutated genetic issue where their fur color would be an off color, or their eye color would be off, or you know, however you would figure it to be. And we've yet to see older hellhounds, which I find interesting because it makes me curious about their age. Like, do they age the same way dogs do, or do they age the same way as, like, not necessarily a human, but do they age in human years is the question. And I'd like to figure that out if we ever get to see any more hellhounds. Like Vortex's girlfriend, for instance. I would like to see a photo of her at least. I would like to know what she looks like. And someone in the comments had said that they would have liked to seen like a Cerberus type hellhound. And funny enough, I actually created a Cerberus hellhound that was going to be like a main OC with another of my imp OCs. My imp OC works as a hellhound breeder and seller, so I needed to have, in the breeding world, a stud. And what better stud than a 3-headed hellhound? So yes, I created a Cerberus, and here he is. With 3 heads in total, still sticking to the main HELLUVABOSS husky wolf type features with ears and nose and facial shape. But I made him way bigger. Like, he would be considered the alpha, though I'm not 100% sure if hellhounds even have animalistic instincts besides killing. We've yet to see that, so this is my speculation of hellhounds. So I figured if there is a like head wolf or head something, it would be a much bigger, much more intimidating hellhound. And then the other hellhound to the side is Star. Now this is a character design that I decided to do something completely different, and she is designed, and she is based off of a Afghan hound, and I've always personally wanted one of those dogs because I feel like they're the most glamorous. Like, me and my grandfather used to watch dog shows, and that was always my favorite dog to see in the shows. But I made her as like a breeding partner for Cerberus, that way that they would create more unique typed hellhounds or have more unique fur patterns, such as Molly and Otis. Sorry, I know I'm kind of all over the place today. I'm a little... But yeah, I mean, when you look at the hellhounds that we have seen so far in the show, it's just very basic, simple designs, very... Like, even Luna... It sounds rude, but more of a basic hellhound, one we would probably see on the regular walking past, versus Vortex, who is much bigger and very more distinct because he has red in his outfit, so he clearly pops a little bit more, and seems to have a... I can't decide if it's a tattoo or not, or if it's just a fur pattern that just happens to be the shape of a tattoo. So he is a very unique breed to look at, considering the fact that he is much bigger, his fur color is much darker, and that he's got a much more unique pattern on him than Luna, because Luna's got a very, Luna's got a really weird fur pattern. Like, she does not look coherent enough. Like, her hair color is nowhere else on her body other than her head, and then her tail color is 2 different colors, kind of like a reverse skunk. And then her fur color is still white, but with a darker gray. And her ear color is that also like off bluish gray color, along with her legs. And it still hasn't really been confirmed if the like thigh-high things that she has on is either a fur pattern or not, along with her gloves. Her human form makes it look like thigh-highs and gloves, but, you know, it's still yet to be 100% confirmed, so I am curious to know how that's gonna turn out. But yeah, for this design, you know, it was a simple one. I've based a lot of my hellhounds off of this with a gothic element, so this wasn't too difficult. But it just really got me thinking about hellhounds and design, and hellhounds I have seen. You know, sometimes I use them as references, so the ones that I've seen other people create, they all seem very similar to Luna, and I'm like, that's cool and everything, but I would like to see more variety. There are a few people who have done like Shiba Inus and Rottweilers, and I'm like, that's such a cool idea. I wish I had thought about that, because, you know, Shiba Inus have a really curly tail and a more stylized face, and then Rottweilers have like a really unique fur pattern because they have eyebrows. So yeah, but this was kind of fun to think about as I was drawing this, and I hope it gets you guys thinking about making your own Hellhound designs more unique and different, or incorporating different breeds into the design. But yeah, this was super fun. I hope you guys enjoyed my little weird talk about Hellhounds. I know this is a little different from my usual videos, but it just really got me thinking. But remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!